Barbera is one of my favorite grape varieties. Why? It's like someone call it the poor brother of Nebbiolo. No, Nebbiolo is a grape variety with which you make Barolo and Barbaresco. It's a grape variety that has a really thick skin, so more than 24 layers of molecules that gives you the capacity of having strong tannins and so long aging process. While Barbera has got a thinner skin, slightly bigger as a grape, so it gives you usually wines that are more fruity, more immediate, more pleasant also, but also not as elegant maybe as the Nebbiolo. You know, you don't keep the Barbera in the cellar for a long time. That's what you read in books, but then you discover that there is another story about Barbera that nobody tells you, that most of the vineyards of Barbera are planted in the lower part of the hill because they actually, you know, put the Nebbiolo in the upper part of the hill. And then when you take Barbera like from Giacomo Conterno, Roberto Conterno, or Palladino, or Cascina Baricchi, then you discover that Barbera can have a complexity you would never expect from it, usually. So the grape variety itself, it's not, you cannot blame a grape variety for what it is. A grape variety is like a color for a painter. It's what you do with that, and where you do it, and how you do it, okay? So even grape varieties that are considered quite stupid, like Trebbiano, can give you the best white wine of Italy, that is, for example, Valentini. So you can never know exactly what a grape variety can give you, because it's part of an alchemy that is connected with a lot of other elements and so on. Barbera was actually mainly produced all over Italy, over here, the north of Italy. Today is mainly concentrated here, okay? And we're over here in the village of Barbaresco. It's a beautiful top of a hill, and immediately you can get this strong plummy flavor. This is the characteristic of the Barbera, no? It's like a fruit, it's not a completely, it's not a prune, you know? It's like not a total ripe plum, not a sweet plum, I would say. We call it Susina in Italian. I don't know how do you say in English, but it's a kind of a slightly raw plum. But then there is beside the beautiful, aromatic herbs also on the side. And there is something that reminds you a bit of a licorice and dry roses, similar to the Nebbiolo area. And the bite of this wine is absolutely amazing. You have this creamy flavor on the center part, and then you have a bit of a tannins, which is not usually a characteristic of the Barbera, and a nice acidity on the side of the tongue. This wine, you start to salivate. You want more. And beside that, you are actually calling for a nice bite of salami. This is an ideal wine for salami. But even if you don't find good salami, which in US can happen quite often, and other part of Europe too, go maybe for some pork chop, some sausage, a good sausage without barbecue sauce, possibly, if it's possible, and just get the wine a bit oiling, and the food oiling your palate, and the wine clinging it. So you have the experience, I used to call the experience of the endless wine and food pairings, because you have the bite of the oil of the food and the acidity of the wine, and then one is calling the other, and I call it the fat and drunk experience, because you know, you drink and you cannot stop drinking and eating, and you get fat and drunk. Baricchi, he's a young guy, that's my age. I consider myself a bit young yet, but and he's doing a beautiful job on the Barbaresco. He makes an amazing Moscato. Moscato, I know it's considered quite cheesy, but his Moscato is really, really good. Maybe next time at the wine club. And that's it. This is 2015, by the way. So it's a 4 years old Barbera. So this is also to prove that Barbera is a wine that you can age. And this is not 2015 because it was a leftovers of the winemaker. This was released 6 months ago from the winemaker. So it was a wine that was kept in the cellar for 4 years before it was being released. So it means that it's a wine that can be aged. Cheers.